Hi, so I'm going to do a little tutorial about side lying position and side planks because I think sometimes when we're in the middle of a class, some of these little technique bits can disappear, particularly if the class is moving quite quickly. So you can always refer back to these, go over them, check your own positioning, look at yourself in the mirror, and just get these right, and then you can take all of that into a class. So, side lying position, different ways of getting into it, so just coming straight into it from here. If you've got bad wrists, okay, or weak wrists, it's always fine to go down onto the elbow. You might even need a little pad underneath the elbow just to make sure that it's not too much pressure going into that bone as well, or that joint. So what we're looking for, if I come this way on, we're looking for this line straight down from the shoulder to the elbow. So you're never over here, and the other thing is not to be out here, all right? So nice and over there. Now look, the head, it needs to be in line with the sternum. It's almost like your spine running through the center of the body, this way, and all the way down the back as well. So then the position to get into, where you want to lift from, is this underneath oblique here. So rather than sitting down or kind of sinking into this, you want to lift this base oblique up so that you're really drawing in through the front of the body, but also underneath at this side position as well. Now you want to think about lifting up and out of this shoulder so that there's no pressure and weight going into it, and then with this oblique lifted, we're just extending up with the hip. So it's almost like you're being drawn up a wall behind you. So what we're trying to be careful not to do is roll forward, or similarly roll back, okay? So just think about going straight up in that one plane of movement. So that's your half position with your knees bent. From there we can just extend the legs. I'm going to move myself slightly so you can see where my leg positioning is. So elbow in line with the hip, yeah, up this way, and then straight up from there, extend the legs, and then push up and out. So we're in that extended position. Now from here, I want you to think about keeping that nice flat chest across the front so that you're not folding forward or leaning back. Arm is scooping straight up to the ceiling. That head is staying in line with the spine still, and we're lifting with this underneath oblique. So if you're in your full position and your hand is down, it's exactly the same thing. We're trying to get that shoulder over the wrist, lifting with that base oblique, lifting up with that hip, and extending the leg out. So we're in that full side lying position. Again, I'm going to come here so you can see me. Good. So you're always trying to create lines in the body. A line straight up through this point, and a line straight down through that center line of the body as well. So when you're in that side plank position, you can move from there, you can extend the hip down towards the floor, and then lift it straight back up and out. And we're working into this oblique. So down, and then lifting up and out. Down, and lifting up and out. Okay? So then the other way to get into this move, which I really like, is to come from the knees. So you center yourself, you stay in that position, one leg comes out, realign. So again from here, knee straight up to the hip. Now I want you to think about having like a barrel here, and you're thinking of coming up and over. So rather than sinking down to the floor, think about lifting up, then you're straight away engaging this oblique. Shoulder is down the spine, you're driving that hand down towards the floor, but you're still lifting here the entire time. I'm reaching down, adjusting so that my shoulder is over my wrist. This is still engaged and still lifted. This arm can then come up, and all I need to do from that point is exhale and scoop that leg out. Okay, so that's a really nice way. That's my favorite way of getting into a side plank position. From there, you can do anything you want, okay? So a nice one to practice is bringing that knee up and then taking it back round to the back. Lifting it up and through and taking it back round to the back. Lifting it up and through, taking it round to the back, and lifting it up and through and taking it round to the back. So that is your side plank with two movements that you can practice. One, the hip lift and dip, and then that underneath knee and pushing back. Coming out, you just come down with the knee, reaching up with the arm, and bringing your leg back down to the side. And don't forget to do the other side. Good. Hope you enjoyed it.